Lynn Terry from clicknews.com, and as promised, I wanted to show you some of the iPad cases and accessories that I purchased and what the final decision that I've made so far. I returned the Apple iPad case that I purchased from apple.com. I found that it was very flimsy and not really sturdy enough for me to carry my iPad in. And so I did return that, and I returned it for an in-case cover that was supposed to have a better grip, just a backing case with a stand. And as I showed in the last video, that was really, really poorly made, so I returned that as well. And so I bought 3 more. This is very similar to the in-case, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to try a different brand. I'm going to see if it's any different. This one, of course, has the Apple cutout for the Apple logo on the iPad. And they're supposed to be for grip and also for protection against scratches and things like that. They're supposed to provide, you know, more grip to the back of it. And of course, they sent these screen protectors as for free as part of a bonus to my order. And I think I got these from handhelditems.com. I'll double check. I'll make sure and give you guys the link to that in my post. And also in that particular order from that site, I also ordered a stand, an iPad stand. So this is to just kind of snap right in here. You can see that you have the Apple logo showing on the back side of it. And it went on pretty easy. So that was actually my first try, so that's not bad at all. Fits pretty snug, not at all like the in-case. It fits pretty snug there, so that's nice. It does provide just a little bit more grip. It's still slick, not near as slick as the in-case item. But it is, does provide a little bit more grip there, but not a lot. The main purpose of this is, you know, maybe if you want a pretty color, and also to protect the back of your iPad from scratches and things like that. So that's it. It fits pretty well, like I said. If I were going to choose between this and the in-case, I would definitely choose this, maybe as a protective measure. But really, I don't think it has enough of a grip for me personally. It's not something that I think I would use when I have something like the Marware EcoView case. Is just a whole lot better, but not bad. Like I said, especially if you just want to dress it up with a little color and protect it from scratches. And a lot of people like to use their iPad bare, you know, versus having the big bulky case, and so that's a personal preference. The other item I ordered from them was the stand, because as you know, I was kind of interested in having a stand. This, as it turns out, is a little bit flimsy. It is a harder plastic. It's definitely much better than the in-case stand, which was ridiculous. But it's not impressive. It was really inexpensive also, but I thought, you know what, let's check out what they've got out there on the market. Let's see what's going on. So you put it on the back like this. Fits pretty well, I guess, and then you can use it as a stand there for your iPad. So you can see here how that works. It is not secure. It's not something, as you can see, that I would necessarily use. It's got a little give to it there. This thing flips like that, so, and slides down, so you can use it in that mode as well there. But like I said, it's not something that I would necessarily use as a stand on a regular basis. The good news is I have found an iPad case that I absolutely love. And this weekend, this last weekend, I flew to San Diego for Ed Dale's coming home event, which was a lot of fun, and I saw a lot of good friends there, and I had one case that I chose to take with me, of the 3 new ones that I ordered. So I got a good test with it over the weekend. I checked it out. I carried it with me quite a bit, used the iPad while it was in the case, etc., and have decided this is it. This is the Marware EcoView case that we discussed in the last blog post about the best Apple iPad cases out there. This was recommended to me by several people as being the best on the market. And there are a couple of features here that you're really, really going to like with an iPad case. The first is this strap, which keeps it closed when your iPad case is closed and you're toting it. It's very, very firm. It fits in there very firmly, and it's very well padded. So this actually makes the iPad a little bit larger than the Apple iPad case, but it's very secure. We'll open it up here. You just open the strap here and you flip it back open like this. It holds it closed like that. Now the great thing about this case is the hand strap. This is my absolute favorite feature, and this is also, this is not slick. It's kind of like a micro suede material, so it has more of a grip to it. But this hand strap is very secure. It's very well fitted. So I actually feel very good about holding the iPad like this and being able to work on it, which is nice. Or as you can see, that I feel a lot more secure with my iPad in this particular case. So it fits in there very snugly. As you can see, it has kind of a strap here to secure it. With this particular iPad case, and this is something you want to be careful about with various cases, all the different power buttons and ports and things, the charging port and everything are it's very well designed. So they're all visible, speakers, microphone, everything. This strap that you pull out, which makes it into a little bit of a stand. So you may not be able to see that from there, but it elevates it just a little bit so that you can prop it up and see the screen, which helps a lot with the screen glare. It's also good, for functional, like I said, very secure. For using it around the house, I'm keeping it in the case, and I'm liking that because I can charge it right there in the case. And of course, for traveling and toting it, it's been awesome. This is, of course, my top pick. It is my absolute favorite of the 5 iPad cases that I've purchased. Highly recommend it. It's also actually inexpensive, which is great, because I think that the Apple iPad case and the first cheesy end case that I purchased were $39.95, something like that, $40, and this one was about $45. So price-wise, it's very comparable. You're not going to pay a lot of money for this, and it's an ideal case. It's very nice. So not knowing whether or not it was going to arrive in time, I went ahead and purchased another iPad case that was similar to it. And it's actually a leather case, but very inexpensive. I want to say it was about $16, and I don't have the name of it right off the top of my head, but I'll include it in the blog post for you. But this is a cheaper alternative. It's of course, it's genuine leather. It was about $16, and I'm not unhappy with it. It's not the Marware EcoView case, which is very nice, but it's an inexpensive alternative that's not bad. So it has, I got it from Amazon.com, of course, and you can see this is the back, or see both sides here, and this has, of course, a stand on it. So I'll show you how that works. It actually works with this side, and then it has a snap up here to keep it closed. So you open it up, and it has kind of a portfolio style, and the iPad, of course, goes in here. So I'll pop the iPad in there real quick and show you how the stand works. Interesting to note while I'm popping this in here is that a lot of people criticize the way that I hold my iPad, or the way that I handle it. And while I was in San Diego, there were a lot of iPad users there, and I took particular note of how they held their iPads. The way that they carried them, the way that they used them, etc., etc. And everyone pretty much does it the same. There are not a lot of options, obviously, because it's just a slick, large, well, it's kind of like an iPod Touch, oversized iPod Touch, but it's very slick to handle. But everyone pretty much, holds theirs and handles theirs the same. There's not a whole lot of different options. But I took kind of special note of that to see, how others were doing that. So there is, in this particular case, you'll see right here that there's a like a small security strap there that kind of holds that in on the corner. You can see that it's in the case there, closes up, and then of course it snaps closed at the top here. It is not quite as secure as the Marware EcoView. As I showed you, then that was just really secure, and this one is kind of not as secure. However, it's a very good case, and it's pretty padded. It's good, so it's nice. Of course, when you unsnap it, I'll show you how the stand works. That it goes back like this. See how that part matches up with this part, and you have the various little ridges here, so you can see exactly how far or not that you want it to go. So I'll turn this around here, and you can see that it'll stand up kind of like a picture frame, and it's pretty secure. It's pretty secure. I mean, you would actually have to have an accident, in order to knock it over in this particular case. So it kind of stands it up more as a you can use it, as a picture frame. It'll stand it up where you can use your keyboard in front of it, etc. So not a bad little case for, I think it was $15 or $16. It's pretty cool. It's decent. It's really nice, especially if you're not necessarily traveling with it. You're just using it around the house and want to protect your iPad. Of course, my top pick would be the Marware EcoView. It's just the absolute best case so far out of the 5 that I've tried.